Alright, hello and welcome back for a second go round. Sorry about the delay there, guys and girls. For some reason, my router decided that it didn't want to work anymore. So if you guys are back, I want to thank you for that. Sticking with me through these technical difficulties. Also, feel free to share this live stream because we still have quite a few figures to talk about. So let's go ahead and get into that. If you were watching earlier, it looks like my little talk about Angel was made it through. So we're gonna go ahead and move along as if everybody got that. So we're gonna look at Emma Frost next, who is let's see here. She is number 59A in the set. So she is the non-prime version of what's going to be a prime. I don't know what they're going to do for her. Maybe have like a Black Queen or something. But she has Hellfire Club, Hellions, and X-Men keywords. Has no team abilities. 50 points for 5 clicks. She has 2 traits. First one is Headmaster Hellions, Leadership Perplex, but only target friendly characters with the Hellions keyword. During force construction, you may add 1 student ID card to your force without adding its cost. So it looks like all these Headmaster traits are basically whatever it says, like Headmaster Hellions or Headmaster X-Men. It's whatever that keyword, and then you get Perplex and Leadership. So, and a free ID card. Then she has another trait. I'm pushing you to be better. Other friendly characters with Hellions keywords can use Colossal Stamina. Colossal Stamina is pretty good, if you need that final push over the edge. So it'll be exciting to see that. Then she has 6 range single target. She has 2 clicks of mind control. 3 different clicks of willpower on her first 2 clicks and her last click. She has shape change on her first 2 clicks and her last click. And then clicks 3 and 4, she has sidestep with outwit and super senses. So she has, she's a nice supporty little figure. I'd have to see the other Hellions to see if she was worth giving them Colossal Stamina, because that can be a pretty big trade-off. So that might be a thing. Yeah, she doesn't look bad for 50 points. A little bit of mind control is going to be nice. So we're going to talk about the other chase, which is actually Dark Beast. So pretty excited about him. We only had him one other time, and it was for Mutations and Monsters. And honestly, I don't remember that click being that good. So this one, pretty much anything will be better. Looks like he has Age of Apocalypse, Dark X-Men, Exiles, Morlock, and Scientist keywords. 60 points, 0 range. He has hiding in this reality as a trait, which is stealth during force construction. Dark Beast gains the X-Men keyword if at least 2 other characters on that force have it. So he can have the X-Men keyword. Then he has Survivor of the Age of Apocalypse for Now trait, which is exactly the same as Angel's. Then he has, on his first 3 clicks on his 6-click dial, a special on his movement, which is leap, climb, and sidestep. Then he has an 11 attack with Blades, Claws, Fangs, 17 defense with super senses, 3 damage with outwit. Then he alternates in some perplex, outwit again. Then he looks like he switches to mostly close combat with combat reflexes and exploit weakness and steal energy. So he's trying to heal back up. Overall, not bad, not great. Out of these two, out of this one and Angel, I probably like Angel better, if I'm being honest. But he's not terrible. I'm sure somebody that really wants all the Age of Apocalypse figures, they're going to jump for him. Not really my bag. I don't like that they put, that they basically made the same chases in a set that's pretty much going to be 100% retired. So we'll see. If that set's not as old as I'm thinking, put in the comments that I'm thinking that set's older than it is. I think it's going to be 2 years old by the time Origins rolls around. So that's normally their criteria for retirement, is if it's been around for 2 Origins. So let me know in the comments or the live chat if that's true or not. And the last figure we're going to look at is one that this guy is good. I don't know that he's competitive good, but he is insanely good in my opinion. This is going to be title character Magneto. He has it's Magneto Realist. He is 100 points, has the Acolytes and Brotherhood of Mutants keywords, so pretty keyword restricted. But that's going to be okay. None of his title abilities or anything like that are tied to his keywords. So let's go ahead and take a look. He has 7 range, single target, Brotherhood of Mutants team ability, no Indom on a Magneto, which is a little upsetting, but it's not going to be the end of the world. Flight ability, and he has 1 trait that is his title abilities, and so let's go ahead and talk about those. His +1 title ability, which is mutants must force change, free all friendly characters within range, modify attack value +1 until your next turn. So everybody on your team modifies their attack values by +1, regardless of keyword. And the line of fire doesn't matter. They just have to be within range. So they can be behind a wall or whatever it is that they have. So that's really good. And like all the title characters, if he doesn't attack that turn, he takes 1 click. So am I willing to take a click of damage to do that? Well, you know, if I have a support figure, I might be. Or if I don't think the game's going to last that long. Because you figure for that to really matter, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 turns if nobody attacks him. And we're going to talk about a team that I'd put this guy with to really get a lot out of him. Then he has a -2 ability called Magnetic Wave. Free, move all friendly characters within range up to 2 squares. So he has a 7 range, which is really, really great. And this is going to be, we're going to talk about a team here in a second. Then he has his big title ability is -9. So he starts off with 3. So you got to do the +1 6 times in order to get to it, which is, that's going to be hard, but it's reasonable. And it says, for the rest of the game, as long as Magneto is on the map, Magneto Realist is on the map, friendly characters modify damage value +1. So everybody ends up getting a +1. Then you can start with the +1 damage. Then you can start with the +1 attack again. This is really good. He has leadership, and he's only 100 points. This guy's really a team player. And what I'm going to talk about a lot is this Magnetic Wave, where you can move him up to 2 squares. And it's important that it says move up to 2 squares, not, you know, everybody can use sidestep. So you can use this guy with shredders if you really want the shredders. You know, you want to do a different variant on them. But what I'm really looking at with him is the Hulk from the Mighty Thor set. And I think I saw in the comments somebody else. Yep, Jesse's on the ball here. He's super solid. I'm trying him with Starter Hulk. You know where I was going with this. I was thinking about using him with 2 Starter Hulks, and then using Space Michelangelo from Shredder Returns. And at that point, you get to move the Hulks 3 times. So that is 24 clicks of damage with the single target quakes. At which point, you know, you still have some room for an enchanted crowbar if you wanted to do that, or a blood axe if you wanted to do that. The leadership allows you to keep tokens off both the Hulks, but really at that point, I mean, even if you multi-target your Quakes, you're looking at 12 clicks on an entire team, which is ridiculous with the two different with the two Hulks on there. Is just crazy. They're not going to make it through that turn. 12 penetrating clicks that reduces your invincible to impervious. You know, like it keeps reducing it down. You're not going to make it through that. It's not a real thing that's going to happen. So you're taking your 12 clicks, and then let's say, okay, you do KO the two Hulks. Now you have to deal with a Magneto that has running shot, psychic blast with 12 attack. Okay, and you've taken, let's say you only took half those hits. You're 6 clicks deep. You're not, you know, it's not guaranteed that this is going to be competitive, but this is at least a good starting point. I also thought about getting rid of the Michelangelo and switching to Supreme Intelligence on one of the Hulks to give that one Hulk sidestep, and then using Jean Grey from Uncanny X-Men so that I can basically TK out both Hulks, which would give you a, let me see here, you get +1 for the Avengers team ability, so that's 12 plus 6 is 18. So you can cover 18 squares with both Hulks with the leap climb. You know, on the correct map, you got a really good chance there. And then, you know, if they make it through that, you can TK Yo-Yo your Magneto. Just, it's crazy. This is going to be a good place to start. Him with 2 Hulks is a good start of a competitive team. So let's see here. The Newbie Gray, what's up to you, sir? But yeah, so that's all the previews that I have. So go ahead in the comments. The previews should have been as follows, and if I missed one, go ahead and tell me. Like if it got caught up in the technical difficulty, I'll cover it again. So we got Emma Frost, the Magneto title character, Dark Beast, Angel, Rusty. Then we got Professor X, Magneto Prime, and Icarus. So you guys go ahead and let me know if I missed anything with that. I'll wait a second because there is a slight delay between what I'm seeing, or what I'm saying, and you're hearing. But while we're here, this is going to be a good chance to talk about some changes that are actually coming to the channel, different ways to support it, and stuff like that. I'm actually looking into, well, with Patreon, we had a couple people say that they really wanted the t-shirts, but they didn't want to commit to t-shirt designs that they didn't know what it was going to be. Plus the price was, you know, a little bit substantial, but I felt like I was getting good value, but people just wanted the t-shirts, and I didn't have a level for that. So what we're looking at is I'm going to have a Spreadshirt store, and that's going to be the place where I'm going to start sending people, and I'm going to have all my designs up there that my wife did for us, and you're going to be able to just purchase direct from them. Looks like they're going to support up to 5X, and you're going to be able to just deal with them. And so if there's a problem, that's who you're going to talk to. But they're going to be Heroclix related designs. We're going to put all those up there pretty much as fast as we can, hopefully this week. If it does go up, I will make sure to let you guys know. But yeah, hopefully in the next day or two. I got 3 designs uploaded already. I just gotta make sure they look right before I go live. And then once I do that, I'll take the t-shirt stuff off Patreon. And then also I'm gonna start having some swag like Mr. Clicks Flicks dice on my eBay store for you guys to just buy those outright if you want to support the channel. Plus we're gonna have the Amazon affiliate links. On these live streams, there's that super chat button that looks like a money sign where you can put basically any amount in there, and it goes to me and my PayPal account to help keep the channel going. And also helps, you know, a lot with unboxings. Those things get expensive, and let me see here. Right about November, I got my second ever YouTube check, and it covered enough money for my first unboxing I ever did in 2014. And that check plus my first check is what that took. So not a lot of money's being made here, guys. So any little bit will help. And then also I'm going to be looking, I have a couple local guys who discussed maybe wanting to be on Mr. Clixflix or be, you know, part of the Mr. Clixflix crew. So I'm looking at possibly expanding that so that I can have more regular and often uploads, and also take some of the pressure off myself. I just have to, you know, help them get all set up in their homes so that, you know, we can all be doing this stuff together. And that's about it. Let's see here. The Noob Gray. You only saw Magneto. Okay, well, is there, here, hold on, this will be faster in the live chat here. Is there a particular one you want me to talk about? So what this is going to be is, and if you're hearing this on the playback, those first figures are going to be in the first part. I'm going to go back once all this gets uploaded into YouTube and processed. I'm going to go back in and I'm going to label these as like part 1 and part 2, so that you know, it doesn't get confusing for people who are watching this on the playback. But for right now, we're doing the best we can. I don't know why my internet went down like that. It never goes down. It's pretty reliable. But yeah, so we're gonna give the Gray here an extra minute or two. And all right, well, he didn't get back to me, so all right, well, if you are trying to type and you just didn't get back, watch that playback, the Gray, and that'll have that in there for you. And that's all I have for you guys. If you're interested in supporting the channel, check out the links in the description below this video. And as always, please remember that it's only a critical miss if you don't have probability control.